All right. What's up, everybody? Matt Monaco here. We're doing this one solo today. And we're just getting started. We got about 15 minutes until the market opens here. You can see Power Lies, Sam, so far in the chat. Make sure you guys comment. And today we're doing a little bring your own ticker. We got 15 minutes to go through those, answer any questions before we get into some serious trading after the market opens. Obviously, today is kind of a day of Bitcoin. Lots of crazy Bitcoiners out there. We got Holo taking off. Let's go through all these charts here. We have BTCT. This is going to be one of the bigger Bitcoins I'm watching. These are kind of not just morning trades, but could be all day trades, like hold all day into the weekend. Really somewhat depends on what Bitcoin does. Obviously, Bitcoin is very strong right now. We also got BTCS. I do like this little swipe out of the charts. I think BTCS is probably one of my top tickers because not only is it a former runner, it's also a potential breakout chart. Going to keep that one pretty close on our radar. We also then have BTBT. This one's a bit larger of a company than the others, so it might move a little bit slower. But overall, still potential breakout trade. And obviously, like I said, it has to do with Bitcoin. Some of the breaking news today on Bitcoin, SGN. Obviously, we got our top, I don't know if it's the top percent gainer anymore, but one of the top percent gainers, SGN, kind of loosely Bitcoin. I don't love this setup, to be honest. I want to see how it does. Obviously, $3. That area down here is acting very strong as support this morning. So I want to see how that reacts come post open. BTOG, former Bitcoin runner as well. But looking at this chart, you can see we've pretty much been downtrending the entire pre-market. So again, not super excited about BTOG, but given that it's a former runner, we might want to keep that one on our radar. I think Holo is the shocking one of the day, and I think could also in turn be the biggest runner of the day. So we're going to have to see what it does post open. I'd love some kind of dip and rip. Holo, they did recycle the news, but this is again a really big former runner. It's potential breakouts over these 12 highs if we get a little freaky, and it's already trading some good volume. Looking at this morning, we definitely trap shorts very hard around this $7 level. So they're already twisted. Now it's just a game of, can we keep twisting them? How far can we run? Bitcoin is the hot theme of the day. I mean, they dropped a perfect PR. So I do love the potential on that. What else do I have here? Wolf, this is a lower reward, but also lower risk style trade. One of the first green day setups that we like to see. It is slightly green. Again, red flags. We've talked about this one pretty much all week. And that's that. Well, they're a bankruptcy stock. And ultimately, this is going to get delisted from the New York Stock Exchange. It is going to go to the OTC. So it's not an investment by any means. None of these trades are. But we might get a pop today. We'd love to see if we can hold green, a pop up to maybe $1.90, $2 if we're getting a little freaky. So then that way, again, not a huge reward, but a lower risk trade. And then we got APVE, which is one of the big runners from yesterday. Reminds me, trading similar to pork, PROK. I know it's not actually pork. Trading very similar to that and what that did over the course of the 2 days, where on day two, we got this pop and then ultimately we dropped. So interested to see how far APVE can go. It is a smaller company, smaller float, so we might get a little bit more run out of it. But given that, again, it's gapping up 136% on day two of the run, I'm not eager to push a button or pull the trigger on that one out of the gates. I think the main watch for me out of the gate is going to be Holo. I would love some dip and rip off this $9 level and really trap them there. So good to see a lot more people in the chat saying good morning, good morning. SQNS, yeah, good trade there, tactical trader. That was a really nice gap up. I think it ended up gapping down now. But really nice run yesterday. Breakouts, again, looks like it gave back most of those gains. So for me, one I'm going to move on. We have a lot of watches, a lot of potential trades too. So I got a lot of alerts set up here on Stocks to Trade, and we'll see. ZBAI is back from the dead. Okay, that's another potential watch we're going to have here heading into the market open as well. Let's see what else we got. I'm running through the chat. A lot of good mornings. Awesome, everybody. Good morning. Yeah, Alex says VWAP on Holo is around $9. It is, and that's kind of also why I want to see it. I'd love it actually to trap a little bit below, curl up, and then go ballistic. We'll see if it has the juice. I mean, no question, trapped shorts very, very badly this morning. Really comes down to can they do it again or is this the top here? So kind of waiting and seeing. We got 9 minutes here. So awesome. Yeah. Well, before we get started today, I do want to talk about TradeFunder as well. I know we've talked a lot about it this week. We're going to keep talking about it. It's a great opportunity. And if you're new, I definitely want to encourage everybody to take a chance and go out there, take a look at it. I will grab that link and I will put it in the chat for everybody. If you're on Twitter or X, you might have to run over to YouTube to see this link. I'm going to say sign up for TradeFunder. All right. That link I did just drop there in the chat. So definitely make sure you take a look. I'm going to talk about it real quick because using TradeFunder, what it allows you to do is allows you to make sure that instead of going out there and having to risk a full account, say, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, TradeFunder allows you to get a fully funded trading account. Very simple process, a little bit of verification, and they will allow you to, since they're partnered with T3, it's a prop firm, and that allows you to, instead of having to be below the pattern day trader rule, or again, having to risk too much of your own money, that allows you to then really exponentially increase your account management. I know we've had a couple traders here the past couple of days start using them, make a couple hundred, couple $1,000s, and those are fantastic wins. And that's just the start. So with this TradeFunder account, that link is an incredible deal. It's about 45% off the normal TradeFunder through a great partnership we were having here at Stocks to Trade. It's going to get you that $25,000 account with up to $100,000 in buying power. Now, the only catch is here, and this is important because we are in the business of making sure we got successful traders. All right, daily loss limit is $1,000. That is there to make sure you are disciplined. If you lose more than $1,000 a day when you're first getting started, they're going to take that account away from you. So this is not to go out there and just start gambling money away. This is a trading account. It's important to treat it like a business. We also have the end of the day drawdown as well. They don't want you to lose more than $3,750 on this account. Now, what does it cost for you to get it? Well, ultimately, when you get this, it is a simple fee of about $899. I just clicked it. And that is a big discount compared to their normal website. So do make sure you go use that link. I'm going to do a full Q&A here before we're done on TradeFunder at the end of this webinar. But I want to give everyone that opportunity to get started today before the market opens. So you're all in $800 to get set up with this account. And, even worst case, if you go out there, you blow up, you do something honestly stupid, $1,000, I mean, you technically lost, air quotes, right? Lost more money than you're even had in your account. They're just going to take it away. But we don't want to make sure that happens. We want to make sure we're focusing on the wins. Hence why we're doing these live trades to then also get in front of some of these opportunities with you. Now, why are they doing this? Because, well, ultimately they're a prop firm. And what that means is they're going to invest in you, put up some capital, and in return, they get 20% of the profits, right? So if you go out there, you make $10,000, you want to withdraw it, you get $8,000. But that's amazing because, again, you didn't really have to risk your own money. You just had to go out there and sign up for one of those TradeFunder accounts. So let's see. Someone says, I haven't been able to short anything on TradeFunder. Legal Pimp, I see you in the chat. I will look into that. I definitely have shorted quite a few things on TradeFunder. Very good accounts. Is it real money or paper trading, Marcel? Great question. This is real money. Again, if we go back to this, big partnership with T3, which is one of the largest prop firms. You can read about it in the United States of America. So it is real money. It's not simulated. Again, they make money when you make money. So they also want to help make sure that you can get in front of those big accounts. Yeah, so David's in there saying you split the profits 80-20. It is great. If you're in a trade that drops $1,000 and then back up. Yeah, so Doug, I mean, in that example, why are you risking $1,000? That's going to be my honest answer. When you start with a TradeFunder account, obviously you're getting started small. Risk 100, risk $10 a trade. Why do you have to go out there and risk $1,000 a trade? This is not gambling money. Trading is a business. What you're going to see is the best traders in the entire world. They treat it like a business. And this is an incredible opportunity I didn't have. I wish I did before I got started because it took me 2 years to get above that pattern day trader rule. Is a nightmare. And now instantly with this TradeFunder account, you can just get above it. So definitely want to make sure. Doug says he just wants to understand the rule. Yeah, Doug, just don't go out there, take huge positions. You can slowly size up. All right. Say you make $1,000. Well, now you've got $1,000 profit cushion too. So your daily loss gets bigger and bigger with that, which is great. So you can start withdrawing your profits around $1,250 in profits and just keep going from there. I've also talked to a couple of traders who've been using these TradeFunder accounts, and they've already graduated from this starter accounts to larger accounts, and they're using larger funds, getting bigger profits. And with that, you have obviously bigger drawdowns and stuff available to you as well. So this is a fantastic opportunity to get started. Would definitely encourage it. Mike's asking about pre-market trading. There's no pre-market trading on this. This is for day trades. So just regular market hours. Seth says, can you explain the 30% rule? I know to keep it consistent, but some low floats will rip. I'm not sure what you mean by the 30% rule there, Seth. Let me know. Drop another question. I'm happy to answer. I really want to get TradeFunder, but if we can't short sell, I might not. Warren, I can tell you I short sell all the time, boss. And definitely is a great opportunity for you to get started. So that link is there. Let me know if you guys don't see it in the chats. I'll drop it one more time for you. Marcel says if you lose their money, it'll still be like you losing money, right? Technically, I see what you're saying. Yes. All right. But you only put $800 up in capital and you've got a lot bigger drawdowns available to you. Okay. So you're already getting a bigger bang for your buck. Again, if you go to their website, you'll see that it's $1,500 to get this level of account. Here with Stocks Trade, we got a huge discount. It's only $800. And what I've been telling traders, and I firmly believe, is why go open an account with $5,000 of your own money in it, right? You can get started here with $800. And then, say something bad happens. You lose the account. You take a bad loss. You're learning. Well, then you can just open up another account. And then at that point, it's not like you blew up your entire $5,000 account if you're doing it on your own. This is a way to definitely manage your risk while also giving you some bigger upside potential with those trades. All right. Derek says, can I cancel TradeFunder? You can cancel it. I would definitely make sure before you do, you take out your profits. It's like any brokerage account. Whenever you want to close it, you can close it. Perfect. Do you have a coupon code, Rocky says, for TradeFunder? Rocky, not necessarily a coupon code, but that link that's in the chats, all right? I'll also put it up on the screen. I'll leave it on the screen here today. It is stock-trader, stock-trader-instant-funding/Matt. All right, that's going to give you that discount code if you go straight to that link. That way you can get signed up right away. All right, 2 minutes till market open. I appreciate the heads up. Let's go out there. Let's focus on these trades here today. And let's go out there. We'll do some more Q&A about TradeFunder at the end in maybe 30 minutes or so. In the meantime, we're just going to focus on the trades, focus on finding those big opportunities here. So Holo, already a little dip. I do like to see that dip. I want to see it trap some shorts really for this to be a long, somewhat of a sketchy company, but good Bitcoin news. SGN is one of the biggest gappers of the day. We're watching it, see if it can hold that $3 level. Wolf, potential first green day. I saw someone in the chat also say BMNR, potential first green day. It is definitely more of an expensive stock, but it has some. They did do an offering 2 days ago. So for me personally, I think I'm going to avoid it. The CBAI looks like a pain in the butt. I can always come back to it if I want. We've got 3 Bitcoin stocks here. BTCT, I've got up twice. Let's get rid of that. We've got Porky here. This one looks like it might start to roll over. So we'll have to see what that one does. And maybe finally today is actually that real first red day that honestly everyone's been waiting for on that one. Only time will tell, ladies and gentlemen. BTOG, I don't like that it's been in a downtrend pretty much all morning. SGN, we talked about Wolf. APVV is day 2. It's already up 100%. I don't love day 2 stocks that are already up so much. So someone says INKT. This is just a larger company, larger float. Or I mistake that. I must have misread that earlier. This is in play. It is a higher price stock, though. It is a therapy stock, it looks like. And I mean, that's just a massive move on this chart. So because it's higher price, we're definitely gonna watch it, but we're gonna wait and see. Top 2 going into the open here, Holo and SGN. I know the market's about to open right now. Let's see what we got, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Holo little dip, good. That's kind of what I wanted to see, as I was saying. A little dip and rip already, though. APVB, a little bit of a pop there out of the gates. I do think shorts are pretty twisted on that one. So we'll see how high it can go before we get crazy. Also on that daily chart, I'm just looking. There's definitely a pretty big breakout right around that $293 level. So going to be interesting to see if it holds that throughout the day. SGN, let's flip this to a 1-minute chart. The 370 level is pretty key here this morning. So Wouldn't be opposed if it ran up, tested that, pulled back for a trade. We're watching the others slow and steady here. Slow and steady. Tactical says waiting for the dip and rip on Holo. Me too. Honestly, I would love it to almost look dead. Very similar to how it looks so dead this morning. Let the shorts hammer this thing and then trap them. That'd be a pretty good sight in my opinion. So we'll see. Big former runner. Definitely some big potential there. APVE is spiking as well. I know a couple people are talking about CVM. I haven't even looked at this one yet. Looks like it's halted right out of the gate, huh? Big slam. All right, we'll circle back. We'll see what that one, if it gives us anything there. Holo's starting to look dead, like I said. Little halt down. All right. Well, it definitely looks dead. We'll have to see if it curls back up here. All right. So Holo is officially halted down. We'll circle back. SGN just getting slammed here. We were talking about that $3 level as well. So we're now below it. I'm going to draw a line there at $3. We're going to watch that one a little bit slow and steady. See what else we got. Wolf, not much volume here today. Trading very slowly, very thick. Not much movement out of the Bitcoins. Honestly, on these Bitcoin stocks, I would prefer them to almost go sideways most of the day. And if we go sideways most of the day and then break out in the afternoon, I think they could be really strong potential overnight swings. So that's one of the main ones I'm watching there for all those Bitcoin style trades. APV looks like a little stuff action. Slamming down, slamming down. Oh, slamming hard. We're going to have to, we'll pause that one. We'll circle back to it a little bit. Pork little bounce. SGN not totally dead yet. Wolf is back red. It's not a first green day if it's red, so no trades taken yet. CVM, we're going to wait for that unhalt. RCAT, nice one. This is a drone company, right? I believe so. And I know there's some big news yesterday with the Pentagon, the Director of Defense, saying they're going to invest more in drone companies. All right. Aloha, says Patrick. Tactical says my favorite pattern is that VWAP hold high at daybreak. I agree into the afternoon. You're going to want to watch that on BTCS, BTBT, BTCT. Nice pop there too. All those very, very strong companies in the great sector right now. So definitely a good watch. BTOG, honestly, as well. This is kind of a crappier company, but lots of stocks halted here. APVE just getting massacred. Some heavy selling, but we're buying it up there. Wolf, I think I'm just going to throw an alert here over the highs, save some screen space on stocks to trade, and close that one out. Holo, we got a minute and a half till it comes back. BAP saying too much churn at the open today. Yeah, honestly, well, we had a bunch of stocks and they all halted. CVM halted, INK halted. Crazy. Holo halted. ABV, good hold at low a day there. Hussein says, can Bryce see the chat? I don't know. I don't think Bryce is on here today. It's just me, your favorite, Matt Monaco. Good move there on BTCT. Let's see if the other Bitcoins spark anything. I'm going to zoom out on this one a little. Yeah, big halt up. Alex is supporting a holo 730. Yeah, I want to see where this unhalts. To be honest, I really want to see this too much further under $8. So if it slams under 8 some more, I think we're gonna have to stay away from that one. Quite a battle here. I've got a couple screens going on. Quite a battle here on APVE right at this 330 level. Is it going to give it up? Oh, big swipe back. Battling. Back, held that 330. We will see, ladies and gentlemen. See if it tests it again. It's definitely very weak. Some heavy selling here this morning. Holo, a little double halt action, so halted for 10 minutes now. Let's see if this can get over 350 and hold. If not, it just might be too weak. Looking weak. See, porky little bounce. Watching this APVE. 330 seems to be a pretty big buyer, but really needs to get over 350 and hold, in my opinion. There we go. Can it hold, though? Can it hold? That's the question of the day. It's the start of a dip and rip there when you get a big buyer like that. But needs to hold that 350. So far holding. So far holding. Is BMNR bouncing? I saw someone in the chat mention they just bought that one. Trying to. Might be a safer play to wait till 52. Then over 52, we might get a little momentum. RCAP, pretty aggressive pullback after that morning spike. CVM still halted. That should be unhalted soon. Same with INKD. Should be unhalted soon. I'm thinking about buying APVE. Clearly big buyers. Clearly shorts are a bit twisted. But I want to see a test of 350 again. Because if we go to 350 and we just slam through it back down to lows, easy avoid. If we go 350 and clearly that buyer is still buying, I'd be quite interested. So let's see. All right, here's our 350 test. We're below. Do we come back, though? That's the question. Do we come back? It's okay to go below a little. Oh. I'd be looking to buy maybe over this 360 with all this strength here. And I guess maybe risk 340. Let's see. Is his buyer still there? Is a question. Let's see, do we go back to 350 or is that it? Oh, Wolf. We got to learn on Wolf. I want to watch this trade, though. But Wolf must be trying to have a first green day, everybody. Keep an eye on that one. All right, Holo's unhalted. It's under 8. Definitely don't want to force it. That's quite a big dip for Holo. Seems like they're buying at 340 now on APVE. Under 340. Our buyers might be gone. We might not get this trade. Another halt down on Holo. I think Holo trade's not happening. That's a crazy double halt down. So we're going to delete Holo. APVE, though, not breaking lows. I'm really more interested in this 360. I do think people are trying to buy this bid. But we'll see. I don't know if there's enough of them, if they can overcome all these sellers. Like I said, I wasn't a huge fan, but seeing these big buyers here out of the gate got me interested. Especially with the fake breakdown we just had here, this little wick fake breakdown under 330. All right, so let's watch this. 350 was the next key level. So we'll see what they got. If it's got the juice or not. CVM halted down again. I think probably likely to avoid. INKT is going to unhalt soon. FTFT, is that coming back from the dead? I know it got murdered pre-market. Trying to, but you see how this has such a big downtrend all pre-market? You're fighting a very aggressive uphill battle. Wolf, BMNR, nice turn. I know someone scooped up some shares. Wolf, beautiful. Beautiful. That's why we set that alert. It was one of our top watches there. It just went red. The alert saved the day. Okay, here we go. APVE. Clearly buying. Next key level is 360, though, because I don't want to just like blindly stab into it if we're just going to stuff into those highs. Still in a downtrend. We've gone over this several times this week. So let's see how many buyers we got at this 350. We're under 350. I don't know. We're back to 350. Let's see. They're not letting it break down, that's for sure. Bye. BTOG kind of falling off the cliff. Turd of a stock. SGN falling off the cliff. Porky going down. Looks like the buyer's at 345 now in APVE, so we'll see. He keeps selling into him, but he keeps buying more. Doesn't mean anything if we can't get an uptrend going here. So we need to set a higher high. What was the last high? 58. Okay. 358. I still like that 360 buy. Shorts are definitely hammering, expecting this thing to go lower. So far, just stuck in this downtrend, not really doing much. INKT, is it halted up again? It is. Another halt up. It's going to turn red here in a second. Crazy. What to do with UAPVE? I like the structure. I like the setup for a dip and rip, but we need some buyers. So much selling. They're not letting it go down. Volume is decreasing too, though. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a big volume spike here coming soon. Let's just see if it's a buyer or seller. So far, just selling. Selling, selling, selling. Selling, selling, selling. Yep, there it is. Is that it? Yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. She's a goner. Goner. That's okay. Selling, selling, selling. Yeah, that's right, Alex. You could just see it. Like every pop, we couldn't get higher. Holo is unhalted again, ladies and gentlemen, but yeah, like we're at lows. This is quite a turn of a stock, huh? Pretty crazy to see. That was one of the crazier moves I think I've seen in a minute, to be honest with you. Just run straight up, slam back down, run up, slam down again. Nuts. So Bitcoin's kind of going sideways, doing a bunch of nothing. I think the main watch is definitely this INKT for now. Like I said, I think Holo's probably dead. Wolf, good little start here to this bounce. We are back green. BNMR trying to bounce as well. RCAT, I think is a goner. CVM 2 alts down, I think is likely a goner too. Some crazy halts and selling today. What else we got? SGN, kind of below all the supports. Not ideal for a dip and rip. This BTCS could be interesting over those highs. I don't know if I'm buying too early. But if I buy this, I'm putting a lot of money saying Bitcoin's going to hold up all day. It seems risky. SRFM, nice breakout. I know that was on our watch list, DIT members last night over 8. Nice. Yeah, we're going to get rid of Holo. What else we got? INKT. ABV, good entry? No, I don't think so at all. In my opinion, they're just selling it pretty aggressively. Could have bounced back, of course, but obviously pretty aggressive selling almost all morning here. Every little pop was lower, 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 lower. See, BTCS is testing 5. It's got bidder too. What are the other Bitcoins doing? They're all going down. That's interesting to me. And BTCS is going up. We might have to hold off and wait. Wolf through this 175 level could be interesting as well. Again, got to hold this support right now that we're testing. But if we curl up, go through 175, I think could be quite an interesting play. Big fade the last couple of days. You know, stocks don't go straight up or straight down, so this is due for a bounce. But like I said earlier, pretty red flags here on that chart. INTK. Crazy. Crazy move. Let's see. I'm not chasing that. Waiting for a pullback on INTK. Yeah, me neither. I'm not chasing it up here. It looks like it's trying to halt again. Crazy. That's a crazy move, ladies and gentlemen. Keeps trying to halt up, but it's not. Wow. INTK. Is it too early to short it? That's a hard call. I don't really know how far this thing's going to go. Usually front side, front side is when the stock's spiking up, right? Pretty dangerous on the short. Usually I wait for the backside. So once the top's already put in, then see what's going to happen there. And that one's looking pretty good. BTCS there. Again, I think that might be an all-day hold if we get it, though. I don't know if I'm prepared to do that, especially with the other Bitcoins going down. Got Wolf. Wolf couldn't hold support, so going to stick away from there. INTK, just every dip is now being bought. Look at that big wick. Slammed down, bought back up almost instantly. Wow. So definitely not done. SQNS, is that one back too? I know that one had a rough, rough pre-market, but good comeback. Again, this is a pretty big pullback here, so yeah. We'll keep an eye on it, but tough to say. SRFM strong. INTK tapping those highs. Wiggles, wasn't that like a 10-cent stock? 5-cent stock. Not my cup of tea. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if I were to trade this, I'd probably, buy dips, risk low a day. These are the ones that could get crazy explosive, but is this a Chinese company too? It just feels very highly risky. So just keep that in mind. So usually with the stocks this cheap, you got to have a pretty wide spread to help protect yourself. Let's see. Porky not failing. BNMR not doing much. INTK, still not failing, ladies and gentlemen. Nick, good trade. You got in, he says 810 on SRFM out at 840. Good trade, good trade. You were prepared. That's what we love to see. LMFA dip slowly coming back. Wasn't that one that got crushed pre-market too? Yeah. See, when they just get hammered pre-market, my experience, avoid. Avoid. BMNR slammed down. That's a tough one because they did do that offering, like I was saying the other day. They did an offering. It just makes the stock very heavy. It's not the same stock that it was before. SGN cracked to lows. Yeah, I think INKT is the most exciting stock right now. BTCS through 5, ladies and gentlemen. I could get behind. Big seller on 5 too. Let's see if he gets taken. No, selling back down. Yeah, big seller on 5, I think scared everyone away a little bit. It was like 80,000 shares or something crazy. That's a lot of shares for the volume this stock's trading. INTK just doesn't look done. Neg moving on low volume. Yeah, here's INTK trying to go for more highs. Let's see. Alex says bought the dip, made a quick 6% on INKD. Nice, quick trade. INTK, is it going to do it? It just did it. Just did it, huh? Wow. Oh, slamming back down, though. Are they going to catch it, or is that the end? So far, caught it. Might not be done. Porky bounce, huh? Not just a bounce, that's a swipe. Back to green on the day. My, oh my. And slam back. We're getting a lot of slam backs here today. I don't love this chart. It's just not on theme with what's working. But, later today, breakout potential, I guess, over 6. Clearly got some work to do to get there, but could be something spectacular. This one didn't break down either. It just felt so heavy all day. Man, what a swipe, huh? And it's holding the spike too. BTCS pulling back now. I would take it through 5 later. Again, there was just a huge seller at 5. Scared everyone away. That was the only reason it didn't go. But you can't have those big sellers if you're going to run. Ooh, INTK 40. 40. Is that halt up? I think that's a halt up. Halt up at 40.45. Wow. What a stock, ladies and gentlemen. What a stock. Well, we're coming to the end of our 30 minutes here. Nothing super A+. INTK, I know a couple of you made some really good trades out there. I saw a couple of people even scalp APVB. Like I said, main watches here heading into close. I'm going to keep an eye on Porky. We'll have to see what that thing does. BTCS, I think, is going to be my top watch. Bitcoin theme is very, very hot. This is a former runner. It's run very well in the past. So kind of looking to enter over 5. And if Bitcoin holds up, could definitely see it being a swing into the weekend. SRFM's breaking out as well. So going to keep that one on our radar too. Definitely some good opportunities here. So with that said, I do want to do some Q&A on TradeFunder before I go. So again, that link's been on the screen the entire time. Share screen. And I want to encourage everybody, especially this weekend, if you have not this week taken the opportunity to take a look at this TradeFunder account, would recommend that you do so. All right, TradeFunder allows you to get a fully funded trading account, be above the pattern day trader rule. YouTube user, I don't know your username, but INKT, awesome trade. Wow, yeah, that's one of the better trades I've seen. Going back to TradeFunder, using this partnership with T3, we've got an incredible deal here at Stocks to Trade that can get you $25,000 account just for $800. There are some rules that you need to follow, and I want to make sure you understand them. This is real money, real trading account. So with that said, it's important to make sure that you use real risk management. This isn't just your fun YOLO gambling money, all right? With this, you can graduate from this small account to bigger accounts and bigger accounts and continue to grow your bankroll. So one of their rules is that they have a $1,000 daily max loss. Completely reasonable. Given the fact that you can go and you can get your TradeFunder account for just $800. I mean, if you go over there, you make that big mistake, you're already in the plus because you were able to, only actually lose that $800 you invested. Now, I don't want that to happen to anybody. I want you to take this seriously. So given that, all right, let's go over to take a look at TradeFunder, review the terms, review the conditions. It is an incredible opportunity for you to get above that pattern day trader rule and for you to accelerate. You can short stocks on here. You can buy stocks on here. You can do all of that, and it's a great, amazing platform. Let's see. A Green says, I'm an American citizen. Can I get an account? You should, yeah. I would go take a look at that link. Do I still have it? Let me go grab it. I'm going to say, sign up for your account here, all right? And go take a look at that, all right? I'm going to post it. It's in YouTube. It's also on your screen, so let me know if anyone's got any questions about that. Someone says, how long will this TradeFunder promotion last? I don't have a timeline. I know next week we're going to do these lives again, so be here, be square, right? What's it? Go over there, take a look at it. We will be back next week if you're looking at it, but given the fact it does take a couple days, as if you've ever set up a trading account before, it takes a couple days to set it up. So make sure you do that correctly. Give yourself today couple of days to get it set up. That way you can go use it. Is this for internationals? I believe this is United States citizens only. But if you're curious, just go over to that page, try to sign up, see what it says, and they'll break it down for you. What else do we got? I'm trying to see. Do we have to trade in TradeFunder? Yes, you do have to trade in TradeFunder. They do have a great trading software, so that really isn't too much of a concern. But a very, very simple platform to use. Chris says, I use Webull. What is the advantage for using TradeFunder when it comes to payment for order flow, market makers attacking stop orders, and is TradeFunder a direct access broker? I'm not positive on a direct access broker. I will tell you this, though. All right. TradeFunder, the biggest benefit, one, you're above the pattern day trader rule for just $800. Two, right? You don't have to go out there. You don't have to risk all your money on all of these trades, right? You can use TradeFunder's accounts that can then help you really go out there and grow your bankroll quickly. All right. So honestly, those are the two big benefits there. You don't have to spend $10,000 to open up your own trading account. Yes, it is your own money, but that also means you can lose all $10,000 of your own money. With this, it really caps your losses and instead allows you to maximize those gains. Let's see. Rules for withdrawing. Yeah. So the rules for withdrawing, you got to make at least $1,200 first. All right. That's just the first time that you can then withdraw. Obviously at that point, they do get 20% of your profits from there. But to make sure, we want to continue to grow those accounts over time. They do want you not just to make that $1,200 in one random YOLO win trade. So they do want you to build discipline, hence the daily drawdown, and also maximize those gains and just build great practice, good process to then be able to do this consistently. All right. APVE says it's doing a look above. APVE is. It's very interesting. We'll have to take a look at that. It's trying to stretch its neck, it says. APVE definitely couldn't break down. So you're going to want to keep that one on your radar today too. Homework, though, is to go take a look at that link. Let me know if there are any questions. We'll put it in the description if you guys are watching the recording. And let's do it. I'm going to be back next week with Bryce. And I want everyone to get started with that TradeFunder account. So go click that link, especially if you're looking to get started. I haven't not seen a better opportunity. So let's go take advantage of it together. And I do appreciate you guys there. All right. I think those are all the questions. You know what you got to do. Link is in the chat, in the description. It's on your screen. Go type it in. Make sure you use that full link because that's going to give you that discount code here today. Again, if you go to TradeFunder's website, you're going to see it's like $1,500. That is not the case here. All right. We have a huge deal. It's almost 50% off. Almost. It brings down just $800 to get started with a platform fee. All right. So amazing, everybody. All right. Let's go out there. Let's focus on these trades. Let's crush it, shall we? All right, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.